seguir en español, vamos a irnos a Flipgrid a ver qué es lo que tiene. Vamos a entrar, vamos a revisar antes de que comencemos entonces con la clase ya en el libro normal. Déjame buscar aquí. Déjame ver. Nosotros vamos a ir a Flipgrid entonces y vamos a ver qué pasa aquí. Déjame un segundo. Déjame ver si yo tengo algún... Yo sé que no me están viendo, pero déjenme ver si yo tengo algún video corto por aquí. De alguien. Yo estoy buscando un video para que hagamos la prueba aquí, a ver si Flipgrid está mal o tiene problemas. Bueno, no encuentro a alguien que me haya mandado un video, ¿no? Bueno, aquí, déjame ver, aquí veo, creo que veo un... Encontré un videíto por ahí de cualquier cosa. Imagino que ustedes lo están... Vamos a dejarlo ahí en pausa. Esperar que se descargue y así yo lo subo. Bueno, en lo que eso descarga, yo me voy a ir aquí a Flipgrid, que era el mandato. Déjame buscarlo aquí en inglés 6. Ustedes, denme un segundo. Vamos a abrir aquí esta. Yo sé que la mayoría ya dieron su comentario aquí. Y ustedes están hablando de esta actividad que nosotros hicimos. ¿De cuál actividad ustedes están hablando? Que me están diciendo de Flipgrid.
Bueno, Virginia y yo, que el video que tenemos atrasado es del que habla de hablar de la película, de su película favorita.
Pero que ustedes me están hablando a mí de conversación inglesa, no de inglés 6.
No, de conversación en inglés, ahí es que están los videos. Y el último video es hablar de la lección 3, lo que uno entendió, algo así
Sí.
creo.
Sí. ¿Y de cuál es esa? ¿De testing?
¿Esa de cuál es? De fonética. De fonética inglés.
Lo que pasa es que ustedes me hablan y yo creo que de inglés 6, por eso yo me quedo como, pero en
Porque
inglés 6 no hemos... Yo digo, en inglés 6 yo no he dado ningún video.
No.
Ok. Sí, déjame entrar a Flipgrid entonces. Aquí. Vamos a buscar para mostrarle algo. Estamos en inglés 6, pero ahora yo estoy en otras materias. Ok. Conversación entonces, dijeron ustedes. Entonces, voy a entrar aquí a donde habla de la película favorita.
Yeah.
Ustedes se dan cuenta, habla acerca de los 3 minutos. Tienen 3 minutos ahí para hablar. Pueden hacer 2 minutos y 50, que no se pasen. También es importante que, yo sé que la mayoría lo está grabando con la cámara frontal, que pesa menos. Si lo graban con la cámara trasera, eso pesa mucho y hay que esperar mucho rato para poder subir ese video dependiendo de la conexión a internet que usted tenga. Aquí, si ustedes se dan cuenta, hay muchas personas que ya respondieron. En caso, yo voy a entrar aquí, voy a entrar a Diana, le voy a dar a pausa. Ok. Entonces, en caso de yo querer responderle, ustedes saben que solamente le doy un clic aquí a ella. Es prácticamente el mismo proceso cuando tú vas a contestar desde cero. Por ejemplo, aquí no me va a dejar porque esta es mi cuenta de profesor. Ahí no me va a dejar ver el plus, el más, pero si yo entro por aquí, me deja darle reply. Entonces, cuando usted está ahí, tiene dos opciones. Yo creo que ya ustedes saben. Tiene la opción en la computadora de ponerlo desde la misma cámara de la computadora, o tienen la opción de buscar un video que ya usted haya grabado. Aquí está lo de la cámara y aquí está lo del video. Entonces, cuando usted le da a importar, yo no quiero hacer esa prueba ahí porque después después tengo problemas porque ella va a creer que yo le respondí. Pero cuando usted le da aquí, luego que el video sube, la pantalla se le pone como si usted no hubiese subido el video, porque le está pidiendo que ponga una foto. Es decir, una foto para ese video. Usted busca la foto, la pone y le da a enviar. Y ahí espera a que se envíe. Dependiendo de cuánto pesa, entonces va a tener que esperar un tiempo determinado. Yo sé que a veces la plataforma tiene problemas porque aún yo teniendo una conexión rápida, a veces yo cargo el video y no se queda como frisado. Entonces lo que yo hago es que simplemente vuelvo atrás y hago el proceso de nuevo para que pueda continuar. A veces hace eso. Y eso es Flake Grip. Si tienen problemas, solamente me tienen que decir, le buscamos la vuelta, ya sea que yo le suba el video, porque no importa quién lo suba. Lo que importa es que cuando están subiendo el video, tú puedes ponerle el nombre de la persona que está participando ahí, o no es necesario que sea, por ejemplo, de tu cuenta específica, puede ser de cualquier cuenta. Lo que importa es que le ponga el nombre de la persona que está aquí para yo saber quién es. A ver si tienen alguna otra pregunta de eso. No tiene ninguna pregunta, ok. Jessica Jones, do you want to say something?
Hola, teacher.
Hey, ¿cómo tú estás?
Bien, ¿y usted?
Todo bien.
Usted explicaba algo, llegué ahora mismo, perdón por la hora.
Oh, sí, pero era de otra materia, no te preocupes.
Ah, ok.
Sí. Entonces, estamos aquí en la semana de 22. Yo le había subido el material de la lección número 2, está ahí, que incluso eso fue lo que trabajamos la semana pasada. Trabajamos la primera parte donde hicimos un ejercicio y ahora yo voy a cambiar para inglés. Estuvimos trabajando con modal verbs and we said that the modal verbs are many. We have, let me go back, hold on. We are going to do a little review of what we saw last week. Give me a second here. I'm looking for the whiteboard. Hold on. Okay, so just to review very fast, last week we talked about the modal verbs, right? And we said that we have different modal verbs and we use them for different purposes. For example, we have one group and the first group is might, may, and could, right? And we said that we use them. Okay, I have to put this person on mute. I don't know who is. Okay, she went on mute. Very good. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, so here we are. So we said that we use may, might, and could when what? Do you remember? When what? When do you use? You can raise your hand if you remember. So lady.
And when you are not sure that something is possible and true.
Very good. So when you're not sure if I'm going to write a very different as last time. So, but you understand what I'm trying to say. So when you're not sure if something is true or possible, you said, right? Okay. So then we have a second group of modal verbs. And the second group was have or, have to or must. And we use this when? That's the question. When do you use it? Oh God. When do you use have to or must? Caesar?
We use it when we are almost sure that something is true or possible.
Okay, so we use it when we are almost sure something,
Or possible.
yes, is true or possible, right? Okay. So that's it. You see, when you almost sure that something is true or possible, you use have to or must. It is the same. You decide which one you are going to use. If you want to use have to or if you want to use must. It's not most, it's must. Like between O and a, must. That's how you say it. And because we have a third group, and the third group was this one. It was can't. And when do you can't is the question. When? In what situation? You guys know. You can raise your hand if you have the answer. When do you use can't? The modal auxiliary. Well, I guess you guys don't remember when you use it, so I'm going to give you the answer. So you use it when you are almost sure something is not true or possible, right? That's when you use it. When you almost sure that something is not true or possible, you use can't. That's the point. All right. Now, I don't know who is not muted. That's a moment here. Okay, very good. There we go. That was Andy who had that music there. All right. So today, let me show you the platform because I left something for you in the platform. And I left this exercise. We are going to open it, and this exercise that we are going to open. They have different dates. This one, the unit number 4, this was the exercise that I told you that I was going to put in the platform. Let me wait because my internet is slow, I guess. Okay, so here we are. Look, this is the exercise number 4. I said number 4 from unit number 2. What does that mean? that in the material that you have, there is an exercise number 4, and this is on page number 15. Look, if you read the instructions, it says, go to the unit 2 material in page 15 and do the exercise number 4. You can do it in Word, PDF. I mean, when you finish in Word, you can convert it into PDF, or you can do it in your notebook. You take pictures of it and you upload it to the platform. That's how you're gonna do it if you do it in your notebook. If you don't have a computer, for example, and you want to do it in your notebook, then when you finish, you take pictures with your phone and you can upload the pictures here. That's how you can do it. You can upload more than one picture. You can do it. Let's try to do something here. Let's try. Let me see. Let me go to downloads, and I'm going to try to look for 2 pictures. Let me try to look it up like this. Okay, so you see I have 2 pictures here. Look, I have 2 pictures. So I'm going to select one first, or I'm going to select the 2 of them. You can do it separately, you can do it together. So I click enter, and the 2 pictures are there. If I click, the 2 pictures will upload. I'm not going to do it because I am the teacher, and that is going to create a confusion in the system. So that's how you can do it. Look, you started today, and you have until, you have 2 days, or 3 days, I say. Oh no, today is 26 until the 30th. You have 4 days to do this homework. The 30th is the last day. Read the instructions and you will know what to do. That is one. Now the other one, I want to show you the dates, right? When you finish the other, then you can come to this one, because this one is for later. This one will open tomorrow and will finish on the 3rd of July. So you have a lot of time to do this one. And this one is what we are going to talk about today. So don't worry about it, because now we're gonna talk about that one. Do you have any questions so far? Maybe I'm going too fast, I don't know, but you can go to the platform, and in the platform, you're going to have all the explanations. Yeah. If you have questions, ask now so I can answer to you. All right, so no questions. Okay, very good, that's fine. Okay. Now, listen, what we are going to do, we're gonna pretend that we are in the classroom and that you have all your books. And I'm going to take, hold on, let me see. I know you cannot see me because I'm out of the screen, but give me 1 second here. Okay, here I am. Okay, I am in the material. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to project this for you. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm focused on here. Look here. I don't know if you can read it clearly. This is on page number 18 from the material that I left. Francifel.
Teacher, we're going to read it.
Oh yes, we are going to read it now. We are going to take 3 people to read this. So I'll tell you where you can start and where you can finish, and we're gonna take 3 people. I'm gonna leave the text in here so you guys can see it, and then I'm gonna ask you a few questions about this. So we're gonna read this. I'm going to start with the first paragraph. Then I would like, if a person wants to read the second, the third. Rafael, you're going to be the second one. Is there any other person who would like to read?
I want to read teacher.
Who are you?
Genesis.
Okay, Genesis, you're going to be the third. And I always forget your name, Legisel. I told you to change that name.
Teacher Jose.
Jose, right. So, okay, so you guys have your turn. I don't know if you wanted to read, Francifel. You're the first, the second I said? So,
Yes, I want the first.
oh, okay, hold on. Let's see. You guys have your turn, and I'm going to give you a chance after me. So here I go. It says, Jessica was furious. She was still the company president. And when she called a meeting, can you guys go on mute when it's your turn? You can unmute it. All right. So it says, she was still the company president. And when she called a meeting for 10, she meant exactly 10. Where is everybody? She asked aloud. Okay, so who did I say it was the second one? Sorry.
Me, teacher.
Okay, you can start. You can start. Then I'm gonna give the chance to the others. Go on.
Okay. Suddenly, the doctor to the secretary's office opened. Well, at least one person's coming. So Jessica, as she picked up her paper for the meeting, is taking closer and closer. Jessica looked up. Oh, it's you. She said in a cold voice. What do you want? Then she raised her hand to her throat as she realized what was happening.
Okay. Okay, you can go on to the next, yeah?
Me. To what should I, Jessica? Jessica heard her name and the shot at the same time. Her name, echoing again and again, was the last thing she ever heard.
All right. Next person.
After the police left and later orated the astronaut, the office staff had a meeting. Morrison, the accord brought the silence.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I be the first to say is, okay, I am glad she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead. All right. Very good. We have Francifel. You say you wanted to read? I guess Francifel is gone.
Prophet, teacher, sorry.
Teacher,
Sometimes she has,
I'm having problem with my net, so I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. What did you say, Rafael?
not the same that sometimes she has problem with the internet.
Oh, okay, very good. That's fine. So we have Joe Casey also who raised hands.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. You can read there if you want. Start here.
Okay. How can you say that? Say Jessica's assistant, Maria. The police might think you killed her.
All right, go on. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, someone did, and many of us had a motive. Even you, Maria. Morrison replied. Or replied, I don't know.
Yeah, replied. Yes, that's fine.
Replied.
Yeah, very good. Cesar, do you want to continue there?
Okay, no problem, teacher. I will do it.
All right, here.
That's right, Maria. Derek and the advertising manager agreed. We all know she wasn't going to promote you. Angela was going to get the better position, not you. You actually think I could kill someone over something like that? You must be joking, exclaimed Maria. And what about you, Derek?
Pues yo me perdí.
Jessica took that big advertising account away from you and gave it to the new man Martinez. He will have your job someday. You will see it.
All right.
Ah,
Very good. That's fine. That's fine.
okay.
Yeah, let me see. There was a person who raised their hands. Give me a second here. Okay. Is it you again, Rafael, raising your hand?
Profe, yo puedo leer también.
Who are
Yeah,
you?
but
I can try.
Who are you? Like, I don't,
Jessica.
oh, okay. Jessica, listen, for you to raise your hand, if you click on participants,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, because if you talk, I cannot see you because as I am showing the screen, I can see only 4 people at a time. So that's why I'm asking. All right.
Okay, it's okay.
You can go on, Jessica, yes.
Okay. That kind of toll isn't necessary. Maria, control yourself, say Morrison. I'm sure Martinez tried hard to get the account. We all know how hardworking he is.
Yeah, you can go on. You can finish that part there here.
Okay. He is aggressive, all right, and very ambitious. Added Derek, I am convinced he will do anything to become the president of the company someday.
All right, very good. Andy, you wanted to read also?
Okay, teacher, no problem.
All right, you can go here.
Wait. Okay. That would be the number 35?
Here.
Okay. First, did you notice how many times he met with Jessica last week? Ask Maria. When asked him what was going on, he said was just a meeting about an account. Well, calmated Derek as he
calmly
arranged his papers. At least we were never going to have sit through any more meeting with Jessica.
All right, okay. I know it's kind of difficult and confusing because you have the text in here. That's very good. That's fine. That's fine. So let me go back and put it in the first page and take a look at it for 30 seconds and think about what this whole conversation is about. Like, what is it about? Like, if you have to say what this is about in 2 or 3 words, what would you say? Like, you can raise your hand and let me know, like, what is this about? That's the question. Oh, okay, let me see. Jocasey, you raise your hand. I don't know if it was Jocasey. So lady, did you raise your hand too? I guess I cannot listen to you guys. I don't know. Andy, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, okay, very good. I thought I had issues with with the internet, but that's fine. That's okay. All right. So the question is, what is this about, Jose? Jose, you raise your hand.
Teacher, I want to say, if you want to repeat the question.
Yeah, the question is, what is the text about? Like, what is it about? The whole idea of it, the whole idea. What is this about? If I ask you, you read this right now, what is it about?
Is
Well, that's the question. If you don't have the answer, that's okay.
is the lady? She is the president, the company.
Okay. Okay, good. Very good, Jose. What is the name of the lady? What?
Jessica. Jessica.
Yeah, well, but remember, Jose, you have to raise your hand. That's it.
Sorry.
Yeah, we finished with that question with you. Very good. Her name was Jessica. That's fine. Now, if you have to say the type of person that Jessica was, what would you say? Was Jessica good? Was Jessica bad? What type of person was Jessica? That's the question. Oh, I see. Rafael, you raise your hand.
Yeah, teacher. I suppose that she was bad because in the reading, I couldn't see that nobody loved her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Darlenis, you wanted to say something? I guess Darlenis is away. Okay. Sometimes I see your hands, guys, and I don't know if you want to participate now or if you wanted to participate later. Remember that if you don't want to talk, you can lower your hand as you raised your hand, because if you leave it there, I'm going to believe that you want to talk. Andy, you want to say something, right?
Yes, according to the question that you make before, so what kind of person you think Jessica is? I think, according to all the topics the guys was reading before, I think that she was right. Remember, when somebody invites you to the meeting, to any kind of meeting, doesn't matter if it's for work or class, you must be at least 10, 15 minutes before.
Right.
So that means that Jessica must be that kind of person that likes everything straightforward and organized. So that you say, at least when somebody opened the door, was the secretary that she's supposed to be ready there, preparing all the paper for the meeting, because she's the secretary for the company.
Right. Yeah. Genesis, you want to say something too?
Yes, teacher. I can say she is a bad or a good person. I just can say she is a strict person or perfectionist, maybe because, she said the meeting was at 10 and nobody was there. So it's like sometimes complicated for some people.
Right. Yeah. Now, I have a question for you. Jose, you want to say something too?
Yes, I agree with my partner Hennessy, because I think Jessica is a little person legally. For me, I think so.
Right. So you guys mean that Jessica was not flexible. She was inflexible.
I think that.
That's what you think, right? Well, that can happen because, things happen and sometimes you have to be, kind of flexible, but that's okay. You have your ideas, guys. That's what you think. It's not that something is right or something is wrong. And we are just discussing about the conversation. Now, what happened to Jessica? What happened to her? Rafael?
Teacher, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think that this is the last day of her like a president of the company or something like that.
Yes, this is the last day of her being the company president. The question is why? Why was the last day?
Okay.
That's okay. The question was not for you, but I'm just trying to get to the point, yeah. Andy, what do you say?
You ask what happened to Jessica because Sunday, she asked it was the last day because she over. That he got more attitude and everybody say you must show him how to do the job.
And is it you without music? We cannot listen to anything. That was Andy. He was having issues with his microphone. There was a reggaeton or something there. Not reggaeton. How do you call that? That's dembow.
Teacher, that's politicians. They just promoting everything close
Oh
to
Jesus!
my
I
house.
know.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
I cannot wait for this go over.
I know.
All
Well,
over.
guys, yes, fine. Well, guys, if you go here, look at this. Look at this. It says that
Teacher, I
Jessica.
think that I have an idea.
Oh, you have an idea? Okay, go on.
If I'm not wrong, I think that that was the last day of Jessica because they thought that she killed somebody.
Okay, she killed somebody or somebody killed her.
I'm not sure because in the next part of the text, I read something like that, and the police, and I don't know, I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine. Look, I'm going to read this for you. Look, it says, suddenly the door to the secretary's office opened. Well, at least one person's coming, thought Jessica as she picked up her papers for the meeting. Steps came closer and closer. Jessica looked up. Oh, it's you, she said in a cold voice. What do you want? Then she raised her hand to her throat as she realized what was happening. And then, to watch you die, Jessica, right? To watch you die. Jessica arranged a meeting for 10 in the morning, right? And she went there, but nobody was there. There was only one person that she knew. And this person said that what she or he wanted was to watch Jessica die, right? And look at what it says here. Jessica heard her name and the shot. There was a shot, someone shot, right? And the shot at the same time. Her name echoing, echo, like, you know, when you say something in an empty space and you listen to your voice many times, that's echo. So it says echoing again and again was the last thing she ever heard. Jessica died. Someone killed Jessica. And that's right, that's the last day of her being a president in the company. And then, you know, the police comes and everybody was sad because Jessica died. Everybody was sad or happy, or how did they feel? Genesis, what do you say?
I think not everybody because the account say something, so she was glad that Jessica was passed away. You know what I meant.
I know.
Yes.
Very good. So, yes.
Can you move a little the text because we couldn't see the start of the text.
Here, you mean here? You mean there or the other page? Oh, I guess you're gone. All right. Now, this is only for you. I just wanted to go in the text so you guys could read at least one paragraph, you know. Reading is very important. And in the level that you are, you're supposed to read. And not only reading, but also see how much you can retain, how much you can keep on your head of what you read, which is important. Because look, many people can read, but they cannot understand what they're reading. And that's a problem that we as Dominicans, we have. You can read anything, but there is no reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is not reading, is understanding what you are reading. That's the point. I don't know if it has happened to you that maybe one time in your life, you are reading something, right? Imagine that you have a question, that you have to answer a question, and you have a paragraph and the answer is there, and you're reading and you finish reading, and then you say, oh shit, I didn't understand anything. Let me go back. Boom. And you start reading, and again, you say, but I don't see what's going on. Like you get out of focus. You say, Jesus, I start reading this paragraph, and when I'm reading this paragraph, I get lost. And you have to go back like 3 or 4 times, right? It's because you need to focus, and for you to comprehend, for you to understand what you're reading, you need to focus on the reading. So you have to train yourself to try to understand at least 40 or 30% of what you are reading. Not 100%, because nobody understands 100. So forget about it. And that's why I wanted to start with this, right? We have a few words in here. We have shot. Everybody knows, I guess, what a shot is. When you are shooting with a gun, with a pistol, right? If you're shooting a person, when you shoot, what you do is, when I shoot you, you receive a shot. That's the point. It's kind of difficult to define shot. All right, then we have staff. Staff is a group of people that work in a company, in an office. For example, wherever you work, if you are a team, if you are 3, 4, 5 people, you are the staff of the company or of that department. Staff is how many people say the group of people that work together. And then we have to break the silence. Break the silence is when you have a situation that everybody knows, or almost everybody knows what's going on, but nobody wants to talk. That's if you have brothers or sisters, if you remember when you live with your brothers and sisters in your house, maybe someone did something, right? And then your mother and your father are asking, who did this? And you know what's coming, right? If they know that you did it, you know what's gonna happen. So everybody is, oh shit, what's going on here? So when the first person talks, that person broke the silence. That's what it is, right? Now, do you have any idea of what motive? What is a motive? What is a motive? Do you guys have any idea what that is? Motive. What is a motive? Andy, you raise your hand.
So for me, when you say motive, it's like when you have a reason for do something or to get in trouble for something.
Right. Basically, guys, motive is a word that is very similar to Spanish. If you give this word to a person that doesn't know English, 90% of the time, the person will say what it is, because it's very similar. That's what they call cognate. Cognate is a word that looks and sounds almost the same as in another language. For example, we have motivo, right? And we have motive. That's what it is. And to promote has a lot of meanings, different meanings. But if we go to the line number 18, we're gonna go there, oh no, the 21, we're going to go there and we're going to see what to promote means. Line number 21, so let's go back. This is 20 and this is 21. So it says, that's right, Maria. Derek, an advertising manager, agreed. We all know she wasn't going to promote you. So what is to promote? What do you think? Promote. Casey, did you raise your hand?
Okay, yes. For me, to promote is when you are getting or when your boss is thinking to give you a more important station of your work. For example, now you are the person who is cleaning in the bathroom, but tomorrow you are going to be the person who is going to open all the doors. So that is to promote. For me, I don't know if that is right.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's fine. That's very good. Who was that? I don't know who's talking. I don't know. Okay. Now, yes. Rafa, you want to say something?
Oh, no, teacher, it was about promote. It's when your boss give you a better position in the company, can be a better salary or something like that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Jose, you want to say something too?
Yes, it's a little like Spanish too, I think, because it's promotion. Promotion.
Yeah.
Promover,
right? Promover de un lugar a otro when you go to one place to another. But in this case, you pass from one place to another, but to a better place. Like it's a more important place. Jokesi said, is a better position in the job. Position, that's the word. Remember. All right. We're almost finished here. I know all of you understand this aggressive, right? To exclaim and to be convinced. I know all of you know that. And what we saw here is a type of narrative. It's a type of story. Remember, story can be real or it could be fake. It doesn't have to be fake necessarily, right? Because this is something that happened. We don't know if it was for real in this case, and we don't know if it was fake. Anyways, but what we care about is that it was a story. Now, look at what we have in here. I know you cannot see this, but this says narrative. Narrative is another cognate of Spanish because narrativa, right? Narrative is a story. So let me read this for you. It says, a narrative, oops, give me a second. A narrative is a story. Guys, don't get confused. Let me show you this. Hold on. Because there is a lot of confusion with story and history, right? Story and history. This is very different. History is the registration of events about a place, about a person. But this is real. History is real, 100%. Now, story is something that you tell, right? Something that you tell, an event that happened in the past or maybe yesterday, but this doesn't need to be real. It could be real, it could be fake. And normally stories are told to create a reaction in people. Maybe you want people to laugh. Maybe you want people to feel sad, to feel happy, or to enjoy the story. Or maybe you want to say what happened to you, right? It could be real. So don't get confused between story and history. I know you guys, maybe 90% of you know this already, but sometimes we make mistakes and we want to say, I'm going to tell you a history. Listen, you don't tell histories, right? You tell stories. All right, so we'll continue here. Give me a second. Now we are going to learn how we can do a narrative, how you can write it. So here he says, a good narrative sets the scene, describes the events, and provides an ending, right? A final point, an ending. When we write a narrative, we want the reader to feel close to the scene and events. To do this and to make the story real, we use details about people, place, time, sounds, feelings, conversations, and actions. Now, I want you to notice something here. He says to do this and make the story real. When he says to make it real, it doesn't mean that this happening in life, that this is true. When he says to make it real, it means that you're going to feel it, like you're going to get involved with the story. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So one thing is that it happens in real life.
Repeat it again, please. Repeat it again, please.
Okay, what I mean is, he says to make the story real, right? Real doesn't mean that the story happened in real life. It means that you're going to get involved with the story. You're going to feel that you are there, right? A person is telling the story, you're listening to it, and you feel it, like you believe you're there. You believe you're inside there. Andy, you want to say something?
Yes, teacher. So according to what you're saying, that when you're trying to do something real, it's like you need to feel it, you need to show, you need to make the people that are watching you that you have the empowerment to do that, that you need to kind of take forward and show them that something is kind of real. You say you don't have to create a kind of real story, but you need to show them that you are feeling, that you are involved with what you are saying in the moment.
Yes, that's true. That's right. That's right. Now, listen, I know that in your life, you have met liars, people who like to say lies, right? You know, the first characteristic of a good liar, they need to believe their lies. If you're going to lie to someone, you need to believe it. Although you know it's a lie, you need to believe it to sound real. And this is what this is trying to say. Like, okay, if you're gonna say something, you have to add information, you have to add details to make it real or to make it sound real, although it might not be real. That's what it says. Okay, now, to make a narrative, you have to follow 3 steps. The first one is setting the scene. When you set the scene, that means that you are describing the environment. You are describing where you were, how it was, if it was dark, if there was a lot of light, if the sun was shining, if it was cold, if it was during the day, if it was during the night. You are describing your environment, your surroundings, right? That's setting up the scene. Not only the surrounding, you can say that you were in a hotel, you were at the beach, you were in the street, you were in your house, you were on your bed. So that's when you're setting up the scene. That's the point. Now let's check this example. I don't know, any one of you would like to read the example here? This is the example. We're gonna go part by part. So we have this one, we have the scene. Let's see if someone of you would like to read that little part. Is that you, Emmanuel, who want to talk? Oh, that's not, okay, okay.
Sorry, teacher. Hi,
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I thought you wanted to read the first part here, look. This part.
Yeah, yeah.
You can start here, look. I guess I lost Emmanuel. But anyways, that's fine. I lost him. All right, Andy, you want to read it?
Yes, teacher. So when you said in that sense, it was clear out night. The moon was out and there was a light wind. I decided to walk on after the movie.
All right, all right. You see, here is describing the weather, the environment, the place, right? So this is the scene. Now let's go to describe the events. After you say where you were, how the time was, how the weather was, you have to describe what happened. So here it says, I got to my apartment building and unlocked the door. I walked to the elevator and pushed the button. When the doors opened, I saw a tall, blonde man standing inside. He walked past me quickly without saying a word. I didn't think anything about it until the elevator stopped on my floor. That's when I noticed blood on the door and a large pool of blood on the floor. The door opened and I walked out. I walked slowly down the hall toward my apartment. Then I heard the elevator doors open again. Someone was walking toward me. I was so frightened I couldn't move. I just stood there in front of Mrs. Mann's apartment. So you see, here is describing what happened, what was going on, right? What was going on here on the story. Now, this is when you describe the events. This is not events, this is events. And now we go to the ending of the story. Look what it says. It says, then someone touched my arm. I must have jumped a foot. It was Mrs. Mann's. You didn't step in my tomato sauce, did you? She said. I was carrying a big jar of my sister's homemade tomato sauce when the elevator stopped suddenly and I dropped it. What a mess. I just went down to the basement to get something to clean up with. You see, this person believed that there was blood all over and that someone was chasing her. And at the end, it resulted that it was the neighbor who spilled the tomato sauce on the floor. And this is a narrative. You see, 3 steps: the scene, the events, and the ending. Now, here you have, let me show you, you have a homework there, and we almost finished with this meeting. The homework that you're going to do is this one. Oh, let's wait because maybe it kicked me out of the system. Let's wait. You have to create a narrative, and the narrative that you're going to create starts tomorrow and it finishes on the, I forgot the date. Well, you will see it on the system. Anyways, you have to create a narrative. The narrative can be real or it could be fake. It could be invented from your head. But you have to make sure that the narrative has the 3 steps. Well, 4 steps, I might say, because it needs to have a name. You have to give a name to the narrative, right? And you also have to put the 3 steps: the scene, the events, and the ending. The story doesn't have to be funny. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be romantic. You can do the story that you want. It doesn't matter. What I care about is that you include the steps that we have seen here about how to make a narrative. And that's it. That's it. Let me see if you have a question now. If you have preguntas, you can ask me. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. You can ask me now. And very soon, we are going to have the first exam. I guess we can give it next week. We can give the exam next week. The exam, what is it about? About what we have given so far. We have only worked with the 2 first units of the material. I mean, I gave you the first unit, then I gave you the second one. This is the second one. So that's the only thing that we can do. We worked with the present perfect, remember. We also work with the modal auxiliaries. There are some vocabularies in there, and that's it. Yes, you have questions, guys. You can ask now.
Teacher, can you show me again the steps? Just show.
The steps? Oh.
Yeah, for the narrative.
Oh, that's fine. Do you have do you have access to the platform? It is there.
Okay, perfect.
Like the narrative that I explained right now, this is the unit number 2. Hold on. You see, this material, I left it in the platform for you. Look, this is the same material of the modal auxiliaries. You see the grammar, and here we have the chapter. Look, number 2, unit 2. So this is here in the platform. Hold on, let me show you. Give me a second. That this way I'm also going to show you the dates for the homeworks again. I don't know what's going on with the internet. Okay, here we are. Internet is very slow today. I know you cannot see my screen. Hold on, I'm just trying to log in into the platform, but it's not working. But anyways, you guys can go in there and you are going to find the information in there. It is there. Do you have any other question before we leave? Huh? Yes. Yes. Okay, see, I cannot listen to you. You can write down here. You can chat, like on the chat. You can go there and write so I can answer.
Sorry, I had my microphone off. So I was telling you that you can write or you can say again that date of the first exam.
I lost you. You have problems with your audio. Can you write that on the chat, or you can write it on WhatsApp? Jose, you want to say something too?
Teacher Alberto, we have to read only, yes, or talking to.
Which one?
Only read.
The narrative?
Yes.
Oh, no, you just can write it. You write the narrative and you upload it, whether in PDF, or you can do it in Word, or if computer is not working, you can do it in your notebooks and take a picture and upload the pictures to the platform.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me see what she says. Your Casey says, can you tell us the day for the first exam again? Next week at this time. Don't worry that I'm going to tell you on WhatsApp, like, now you guys know that it's next week, but I'm going to remind you so you guys can, you know, study in case that you forget about it. Yeah. Well, guys, so we're gonna stop it here because then the video is gonna be very heavy for me to upload it. So, you know, I'll see you later. And remember that the voting is getting closer, the elections. So if you're going to vote, take it easy and, you know, protect yourself.
Thank you, teacher.
All right.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.